Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. Looking forward to seeing you tonight in the services and all day tomorrow as we study Paul's sermon to leaders out of Acts chapter 20. But right now, I want us to go back to 2 Kings chapter 1. And I want us to notice one of those thoughts that we just blow right by. Let me begin reading with verse 3 of 2 Kings chapter 1. But the angel of the Lord said to Elijah the Tishbite, "Go up and meet the messengers of the king of Samaria and ask him, is it because there is no God in Israel that you are going off to consult Baal-zebub, the god of Ekron? Therefore, this is what the Lord says, you will not leave the bed you are lying on, you will certainly die." So Elijah went. When the messengers returned to the king, he asked them, "Why have you come back?" "A man came to meet us," they replied, "and he said, go back to the king who sent you and tell him, this is what the Lord says. Is it because there is no God in Israel that you are sending men to consult Baal-zebub, the god of Ekron? Therefore you will not leave the bed you are lying on, you will certainly die." The king asked them, "What kind of a man was it who came to meet you and who told you this?" "He was a man with a garment of hair and a leather belt around his waist." The king said, "That was Elijah the Tishbite." Now we look at all that and we read through the details and we miss the point. Elijah never walked up and introduced himself. Elijah walked up and said, "This is the word of the Lord." It was irrelevant who he was. What was relevant was, this is the word of the Lord. Now, we live in a world today that magnifies Christian superstars and that magnifies people and, "Do you know who I am?" That would have never come out of Elijah's mouth. Didn't matter who he was. What mattered was, this is the word of the Lord. Now, at some point, brothers and sisters, we need to get away from personality-driven Christianity and get back to what's really relevant. It is not relevant who is speaking. It is relevant what is said. It is not relevant who the messenger is. What is relevant is the message. It is not relevant the name or the reputation of the preacher. What is relevant is that they have the word of the Lord.